Hey, how's it going, Carl? This is a demo video for you for your Master Indara Saber with a brass crystal chamber and a removable chassis. All right, thank you for your patience on this. It took a little while to get the chassis printed. It just arrived today, so I went ahead and I installed it today as well. I was prepared for it. All right, we're gonna go over my desk, take a look at this, and I'll get it out in the mail to you tomorrow. Thanks, man. All right, Carl, let's go over your Master Indara Saber. A very interesting piece. This is something you picked up secondhand and you sent to me for an install. You and I had talked about maybe taking this off here. I'm not exactly sure whoever owned this before you. I'm not exactly sure what they used for this white, right? I tried to get it off. I tried like some isopropyl alcohol. I tried to like a few other things that were non-abrasive. I couldn't get it off. And then I didn't want to use acetone because I didn't want to damage the gold parts here or the bronze parts. All right. So I ended up kind of just not doing that. So I sent you a message about that, but I just want to talk about it a little bit in video. It's a little bit easier to say everything that I've got to say rather than type it out. So I didn't mess with that too much. This is a one button setup. Right here is where everything happens. Is your blade retention. You've got a KR Sabers lit PCB in there. My apologies, I don't know the maker of this. I've seen one or two of them around. To get to your chassis, you want to unscrew the pommel. Before we talk about the chassis, let's talk about the pommel. There's a spacer in here that you want to leave in there. It's kind of a press fit, though I didn't glue it. All right. When I got this originally, there were a bunch of washers that hold this button head in, but they were all on the inside. So it was taking this piece right here and it was mashing it up against the pommel and you wouldn't get any sound. But as you can see, you have 3 sound slots there. So what I did was I took 2 washers out of here. I put them over here, or I'm sorry, 1 washer rather. I put it over here so that I could back up this back piece away from the pommel a little bit, lock this button head back down, and I've created some space for the sound venting, and that's kind of what I did there. You can play around with it if you want to take 1 more washer out of here and stack it over here. You're more than welcome to do that. I didn't care for the look. It had this butting out just a little too far for my liking, so I thought 1 kind of did the trick there. So that's the pommel. All right. You'll see your chassis right here. You want to grab it with your hand, cup your other hand, go like that once or twice. It will slide out. We'll put this over here. This is the crystal chamber that I designed for you. Single crystal, printed out of brass. Had Cal over at KR Sabers print both the chassis and the chamber for me, and as always, they did a fantastic job over there. Held the tolerances very nice. It always gets a little nerve-wracking because I made the PCB holder part of the crystal chamber. So in order for those tolerances had to stay true so that it wouldn't hold this loose or it wouldn't ground out on the other side. It had to hold my, I have an inner lip on the underside of that, but everything was perfect. It popped that in very nice. Everything's good to go. Just some greebly work on the chassis itself. This is made for a buttonhead 18650 Keep Power battery. I don't have any of those today. I've ordered some and they'll be here within the next 3 days or so. I have a flat top to show you that it works right now, and it does work in here, but just know this is designed for a buttonhead protected cell. All right, so spring side for negative side of your battery. Your Proffie V3 is at an angle, so you can come over here when the battery's out. You have access to your SD card and your micro USB. If you feel more comfortable, you are welcome to pop this board up, although I made it to where you didn't have to. There's no glue or anything. This is a nice tight press fit for the board. All right, so again, spring side for the negative side of our battery. We've got a 22 millimeter Smuggler's Outpost Nano Elite speaker, fully enclosed, and then up in there a little bit. This is meant to press up against the back here, and it just funnels that sound all to the sound venting holes. All right, I had to get the chassis off of that button head screw, and that was my solution for that. All right, what else we got? We got a kill switch over here. All right, so when we flip the kill switch,
I was hoping you drowned on Noor when we blew a hole in your underwater base.
I have Kyberphonics Siri font on here for now. I know that you're going to change that. I just wanted something to test the Saber and the crystal chamber. So as you can see, that lights up very nicely. If If I turn off the light, very nice glow all the way around. Okay, so let me grab this and turn it back on. There we go. You can put this in however you like, as long as the crystal chamber goes in first. You've got a 13 pin PCB system. This PCB holds 14 pins, though I left one of them off for the secondary switch because we don't have one. All right. So if you happen to look in there when you get it up close in person, you say, hey, one of those pins are missing, it's intentional. All right. That's for the aux switch that we didn't need. Each of these pins costs about 50 cents. So we're going to push that in a little bit. We're going to use the pommel to push in the chassis the rest of the way. And we'll just screw in the pommel tight. When you screw in this pommel all the way tight, it locks in the chassis to those pins. You can come over here and hit power. One button setup, so blaster bolt deflex is just tapping. Blade lockup is a double tap, but holding it on the second tap. And then you can just hold it down to turn it off. All right, we're gonna put blade in this guy. Our blade retention screw is already backed out. So we'll put a 1-inch diameter blade in here, rest it on the pins, and lock it down. All right, come over here and hit power. I got the color right, just not the character font, but like I said, this was just for testing. Blaster bolts. Blade lock up. Hold it down and turn it off. If you want your soundtrack, do a quick a quick double tap. Right, another double tap to turn it off, just like that. All right, so when we're done, we'll come over here, we'll take our blade back out, take our pommel off, hold it like this, cup our other hand, go like that, take the chassis out right there. You can see your crystal chamber going, right? Until we come over here and we flip the kill switch. And it kills power just like it should. All right, and we'll just take the battery out like that. Remember, button head 18350. All right, and that, sir, is how you work your Master Indara lightsaber. Let me know if you have any questions. It's my intention to package this up. It's already pretty late in the day today, so I will get this out in the mail to you first thing tomorrow. Thanks, man.